Welcome into Talk of the Town right here on C19 TV, and happy holidays. So great to have you along as we're in December now and the days are counting down. We've even got our set. We might have a tree somewhere up here on this set that we'll see a little bit later on, but we're kicking off today's show talking about a Casanova Christmas, and because we've got Shelby Theater Company. And I want to say hey as we pan over to Miss Catherine Martin, Katie Martin,
Hi.
who's the VP of Shelby Theater Company. Kathy, Catherine, thanks for being here as
Thank
always.
you, Tim. Always a pleasure.
And we've got entertainer Trace Casanova. We mentioned Casanova Christmas, who's going to be a big part of this. Trace, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's an exciting time, and we've got the whole 30 minutes to break this down. But first I want to start off, Katie, I want you to talk about, a lot of people might be saying, Shelby Theater Company. I haven't been to a play, an event at Shelby Theater Company. Talk a little bit about the company here during the holiday season.
Yeah, so theater has been around Shelby for the better part of 50 years. It's been under a couple of names, couple of changes, but currently we're under the new name Shelby Theater Company. We have a whole new fresh board. We are always looking for a space to perform. Uptown Indigo is one of our beloved partners.
Yeah.
But we've been around for a while. We don't have a home, but that's something that we hope to change in the near future with a lot of, we're going to start a campaign on a space. So
Yeah.
we've been around, people have heard talks, I think, but we hope to really make a big name for ourselves.
Yeah, and you had a lot of great plays and events. Let's look back in 2025. Rocky Horror Picture Show, I know, was one of them. But we'll go back. But let's talk about that. And that was back in October,
That
right?
was in October. We did that on Halloween weekend. So this is the second year we've done Rocky. We did Rocky Horror last year. Huge hit. People were talking about it all year. People would recognize me even now. You know, I was in it again last year or this year. Now we did do it on Halloween weekend because traditionally it's done on Halloween weekend, but we felt that maybe people had to choose between one or the other. So we didn't quite get we had a huge crowd.
Sure.
But we didn't quite get the big bang that we were hoping for. So next year, which we are planning to do it again, we won't do it on Halloween weekend.
Right.
But it was a big hit. We changed the setup a little bit, and we hope to do something a little different every year with it.
And even going back, can you tell our viewers some other plays you guys had going back to the spring and summer?
Yeah, in the summer we did the Calendar Girls.
I remember that when we had you here for that.
Yeah,
talk about that.
Yeah, I was in that one too. That's a good story. A true story, based on a true story. And we also had our fundraiser this summer, which was a huge hit. We did a talent show theme. People loved it, still talking about it. So we're here just staying relevant with our guy Trace Casanova. We'll probably take a little break as far as shows for a little while. We have some internal things to, just rebranding, rebuilding, all those good things. So, but 2025 was good. We did everything with all the heart and grit and sweat and tears that you expect in any show, and we pulled it off with grace, like we always do.
Absolutely, and I've heard a lot of great things about the shows. Well, Trace, talk a little bit about your background, and we'll get into the Casanova Christmas, but tell our viewers a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I was raised in Gastonia, not too far from here. I live in Charlotte now.
Okay.
But I always love coming to Shelby. I'm an entertainer, and I've been doing live music. I do shows at the Children's Theater in Charlotte sometimes.
Yep.
I actually taught children's music and, in the preschools and all that. I have a wide age range for, who I like to perform for, especially also senior homes. Love to go into some of the senior TLCs and all that. But I love coming to Shelby, even all the way from Charlotte. Still, I love coming to Shelby for the people. I mean, every time I have a show here, it's all love. People are engaged, and I don't even have to try so hard. People are just ready for that good entertainment. That's why I'm ready to give them a Casanova Christmas at the Uptown Indigo.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that. So, when did you start? Were you very young when you had your passion to entertain?
I didn't know what I wanted. I wanted to do a little bit of everything.
Right.
I really did. And like with theater and with shows, you kind of can. I mean, if I wanted to play a mechanic on stage, I'd do that. But I was always the black sheep in my family. No one else sings or dances. I
Really?
mean, don't get them to. 'Cause
So you
they'll
don't
sound terrible.
don't have any siblings or anything that do any of that?
I'm an only child. I was
that
raised
well?
spoiled.
I guess you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I was raised
Yeah.
spoiled. So.
I understand.
Yeah, but my parents were really supportive in, anything I wanted to do. Around high school, I found, we did, some musical theater, and I was like, this is something I could really wanted to do. And I actually went to school for theater in New York City. I went to AMDA, the American Musical Dramatic Academy, in the integrated program for musical theater.
Yeah.
And then I left New York because I ran out of money.
Yeah.
You got to spend some money to be up there. But
Be like that.
came back home, got my first job at the Children's Theater, and started doing live music, and it's grown ever since.
For both of you here, before again, because I'm so excited to have the whole program, and we'll get into the Casanova Christmas coming up December 20th, by the way, at Uptown Indigo. Who's been inspirations for both of you as far as entertainers? Has it been Broadway stars? Has it been actors, actresses? And I'll start with you, Trace, and then I want to ask Katie that as well.
Sure. I would say my first love was Elvis. I mean, I have a tattoo of taking care of business in a flash. That was his logo.
So a big inspiration.
Big Elvis fan. And then it moved on to Sinatra, of
Oh, yeah.
course, just like how and I also love David Lee Roth and Van Halen because
Yeah.
he's so theatrical. He does the jump
Yeah.
splits. And all of them, what they all have in common is they don't take themselves too seriously. They take their career seriously.
Yeah.
And that's what I really take forward with my career.
And they entertain energy, and they all were pretty talented, I would say, too.
100%.
Even though a lot of people gave Roth a little bit of, but he was a talented
He
guy.
was the Tarzan of hair metal. I love him.
Katie, what about you? Did you have inspirations as far as?
So theater itself was kind of my inspiration. I couldn't pinpoint any particular person. I mean, as a kid, I was always singing and putting on shows for mom and dad, who reluctantly watched in the living room. And then I got my first big role in the 4th grade called The Highlight Zone.
You remember?
And
well.
I was the star, and I remember some of the music still.
Yeah.
And that was my first taste of it. And I went on to major in theater in college at Western Carolina University. And just the magic of it, there's something incredible about you have all these people who don't know each other, and they're all kind of weird, misfits, if you will. They come together.
Right.
The set appears, the characters come together, all these people work together. There's a bond that you can't really explain, and it all comes together, and then you do the show, and then you tear it all down at the end, and it's like this tragically beautiful Shakespearean feeling.
Yeah. And I'm sure that maybe when you first start out, you're thinking, how is this going to come together? And then at the end, it's like, man, I wish I would have known this person, this group 20 years ago, right?
Exactly.
Yes, and I think, I'm going to say something for you guys here that, a lot of people maybe don't know there's a theater company for, them. Of course, we're promoting shows, and, you should come see the shows, but you should also be a part of them. I mean, we have open auditions, right?
Yes,
They're not
absolutely.
pre-cast. Anyone can be in
Always
these
looking for
shows.
volunteers, exactly.
And being a part of a team, whether maybe you weren't the best in football or whatever, it's being a part of a group and you're going towards a goal. It always made me feel really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've seen people come out of their shells, like
Yeah.
start off one way, and then they're like this totally different person after. Like it's just magical in so many ways.
Yeah. And one final question before we go to break, and when we come back, we're going to get into the Casanova Christmas. What about lines, learning lines, and because I'm sure it's different for as good as every actor, actress, anybody that's on stage, because I think of a lot of actors, actresses that end up going stage after their, maybe their movie careers. But let's get back to you guys. Is it as tough as it seems, or does it just come to you over time?
I
And
think
this is for
everyone's
both of you.
different.
It's like a muscle. The more you do
Yeah.
it, the
I
easier
gotcha.
it gets. So
Yeah.
like if you're doing, 3 shows a year, you're, by 2-3 years, you're going to be pretty good at memorizing, getting the rhythm, and, finding a kind of a pattern that helps you best remember the lines.
Yeah, everybody has their own thing. Like my thing is I write them all down, and anything I write down helps lock it into my brain.
Sure.
And then I make my friends run my lines with me till they hate me, So,
Yeah.
there's, and it's like, it can be the most nerve-wracking thing when you do drop that line on stage and you've dropped it and your scene partner knows you dropped it, but the magic there is knowing how to keep going and
Yeah.
just keeping it going and finding the spot. And there's something talented about like being able to like, oh crap, I forgot. But then your scene partner saves you, or
Yeah. Sure.
somebody chimes in with the right line, and it's like its own sense of community.
Yeah, and if like that happens, you know, if one line, like if one goes down, you all go down.
Yeah.
You know, you're still in the same show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really a good team effort to keep everybody in line. and-
Totally.
Well,
Totally.
thanks for
that.
the description. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Trace and Katie, you guys hang out on the couch.
Okay.
You hang out at home, because when we come back, we're going to talk about Casanova Christmas, a great event coming December 20th. We've got more talk of the town. Happy holidays, and we're back right after this.
Washington Outreach Ministries is one of the largest emergency food pantry in Cleveland County. We feed about 15,000 people a month. We have bi-weekly distribution every other Friday, and we serve them with all type of product, not just food product, but all type of necessities. Anything that they need, we have here and we can supply it. Food is available every day, but we offer bi-weekly distribution so the mass of Cleveland County can come through and enjoy some of the food products that we have here. And one of the main things that we need that sometimes people don't like to talk about is funding. We do fundraisers. We appreciate donations. Anybody that want to donate time and money, they're welcome.
Good morning. How you doing? Here we go.
Education is our most powerful tool to improve and change our world. Hi, I'm Rhonda Benfield, your host for School Matters. Join me for a new program every other week with information from and about the students and staff of Cleveland County Schools. Discover what our schools are doing to challenge students and help them reach their full potential. You can catch us on Spectrum Cable Channel 19 or stream us live on C19.tv.
What's up, guys? Luke Combs here. North Carolina has a major problem with litter on our roadways. We all have to do our part to clean up this mess. And just remember, trash belongs in a can, not on our roads. Don't trash North Carolina.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town this week right here on C19 TV. I'm your host, Tim Foster, and again, so great to have you along, and so great to have from Shelby Theater Company, the Vice President, Katie Martin. Katie, welcome back.
Hey.
And we've got Trace Casanova, who's going to be a big part of Casanova Christmas, which we're getting ready to talk about. And guys, let's just get right into it. You see our topic, Casanova Christmas, Uptown Indigo, December 20th, and I'm going to let either one of you kind of get rolling to
let the
kick
man
this off. Trace,
himself.
so talk a little bit about, for folks that will be coming out in a couple weeks for this event, what they're going to be a part of.
Right. So whenever I like to do a show, I always like for them to buy their, ticket for kind of like a full course meal.
Yeah.
You have a little appetizer, you have the main, and you have the dessert. And that's what we got served up for you coming up this show. We're going to start off at the Uptown Indigo in the nice ballroom area.
Correct. There will be a
Oh,
cocktail
yeah.
hour.
I've been in there for a few events.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's my first time performing there. I can't wait. I have my friend Andre Barraza. He's going to be playing some beautiful cocktail lounge piano. It's going to be awesome. That'll be from about 6
6
to
to
7.
7.
Yeah, what
And
time does the
then
event start? I'm sorry.
6.
6.
So
Doors open
yeah.
at 6.
doors will open at 6, cocktail hour 6 to 7. Show itself will start in the 7 o'clock area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shelby Theater Company's got a little variety.
Just a little talent, some of our talent to open up for
I love
Trace.
it.
He's got his own thing, but he was kind enough to partner with us.
Yeah.
And so we'll have a few opening acts, like 30 minutes, and then it'll move into Trace's Big Bang entree portion of
The
show.
entree. And there's I love the snacks, so there's a little dessert within my entree. You'll have to come to find out, but how my show is, we got 3 short acts, and each intermission is about 5 minutes. But we got some classic Christmas tunes. We have some hilarious parodies you're not going to hear anywhere else. And at the end of the show, we're going to kind of do a New Year's resolution, if you will, improv. My friend Andre will get on the piano, I'll get on the microphone and we'll ask some New Year's resolutions and we'll kind of make something up as we go along. Just something for fun, so we can get people in there. If they don't want to leave, we got something else for you.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. So it's going to be a little bit of everything for somebody, for folks that'll be coming in, and a great way to really enjoy a wonderful event as we're getting to those final days leading right into Christmas.
Yep. Yeah. There's music, some whatever skits y'all are doing,
Skits, a little
variety,
dance. We
little
always just like
comedy,
a little
in my
talent
set,
show at the beginning.
all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. So yeah, I think you'll have a great time. And if you haven't been to Uptown Indigo before, this is a great time to go, because we'll get people showing you the rooftop. Bring a jacket because it's gonna be cold.
It's going to be cold. Yeah.
But we'll be inside, and we'll be in the ballroom, and you can even check out the underground, which is awesome. Which also brings me to say, what's the Broad River? The
Oh
place?
yes.
Yeah.
She'll kill me for forgetting,
Yeah.
but excuse me. Uptown Indigo is doing a food drive.
Yeah.
So if you decide to come to the show on December 20th, please bring some canned goods, and we'll get that where it needs to go for the food drive.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. And I was going to get back to Trace, Uptown Indigo. You were talking about the ballroom area. I've been a part of that. I've been to some weddings there. I've been to some events there. I've been to some concerts there. I've been on the rooftop, and it's one of the most beautiful views in Cleveland County.
It is.
Yep.
From up there. So to experience that around Christmas is even better. So not only do you get the show, but you get a wonderful ambiance of Uptown Indigo. Both of you talk a little bit about that, because
Oh,
you've
yeah.
had some
Oh,
several
yeah.
events. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah,
Katie.
we did Rocky at Uptown Indigo.
Yeah.
We did Calendar Girls at Uptown Indigo. They're just always so welcoming, and they just support the arts so much. If you've, like you said, if you've never seen it, it's a great opportunity to come just like preview the space. It is a ticketed event. I believe we're doing $25 at the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
20 in advance, and
There's also VIP tables.
oh yes,
You can get,
VIP
like,
tables.
Yeah.
And we have all that information on our socials, Shelby Theater.
Yeah, I was going to
Company.
ask you. Yeah, check out the website, right, to get tickets, right?
So we don't have a website yet. We are
Yeah,
working on that.
that's right.
But
You'll-
Facebook and
Instagram, that's right.
is
You told me
Shelby
that.
Theater Company.
And it's on the screen there. Yeah.
And yep, theater,
Yeah.
old school RE. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and those are obviously the ways that you can go and check things out for that event. So get your tickets early. I mean, get them
Yeah,
now as
yeah,
you're
yeah.
watching
Please.
this episode, because it's going to be a really neat event. The other thing I love about Uptown Indigo is a lot of space.
Oh
Talk a
yeah.
little bit about that.
Oh gosh, it's the grand ballroom. So much space, enough space to do a play in,
Yeah,
build
absolutely.
a set in,
Obviously, yeah.
have a wedding in.
That's right.
But like you guys were saying, there's so many different parts. There's the rooftop, and then even after the show, you could visit the underground, which Trace was saying, which is a bar that they have on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. They're open till around midnight. It's just so beautiful, and the owner Angela is so into, like, I don't know what you call the architecture or decorative style, but she has such an eye for those things.
I thought the aesthetic of the place went really well with my music, how it's kind of loungy,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
1920s speakeasy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. It's just a vibe.
It
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
vibe, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm guessing, and I don't know for sure, Trace, but I'm just guessing, we may hear some holiday tunes. May hear a little bit. I'm just
One
a
or
wild
two.
guess.
Maybe I'll play one for you if requested.
I thought you might. I mean, I'm just throwing that in there for sure. So again, let's get back to the dates on this. Casanova Christmas is going to be
One
on,
time only,
Yeah, December the 20th.
6 p.m.
Which
doors open.
I believe is a Saturday.
It
if,
is.
If my calendar, I'm still pretty good with my calendar here still. Yeah, 6 o'clock. And again, Trace, just talk a little bit about what folks who buy tickets are going to be experiencing that night.
Yeah, it's you're gonna be experiencing my friend Andre playing some beautiful music. A little bit of the Shelby Theater Company doing their shtick, singing some songs, maybe a monologue. That'll be about 20 to 30 minutes,
Yep,
something like that. And with my show, you're gonna get some classic Christmas tunes. And then in the next one, you're gonna get some hilarious parodies. I also do, costume changes. You're not gonna be seeing the same thing for a long
Yeah.
time. And then at the end, I also mix it in with some stories too. I got some stories about how I got, this specific piece of clothing somewhere. It's a surprise. You'll have to come and see.
Yeah.
I also talk about competitions I've been in, certain competitions that I can't really talk about on camera. but come and find out what I'm talking about. It's a little show on ABC. And it's
Little teaser you give us
it's a little teaser. I don't know what I can say or not, you know. But you know, I'll talk a lot more about it at the show. I have hilarious stories that you're not going to hear anywhere else.
I'm excited about it. It's
Yeah.
going to be a great event. And Katie, I want to talk about, as we head into 2026, you guys are doing some neat stuff to kick off the year. Talk to our viewers a little bit about that.
Yes, so we are going to take a little break from doing shows. However, we do, we'll have a summer show coming up. But we want to do like an acting workshop sometime in January, maybe early February. So we'll be getting the details about that together and be posting that on our socials, and that will be free to the public. So if your kids are interested in some theater work, improv, we might even do like some screenwriting type things. Again, we'll work out all the details and post those things, but again, free to the community. Keep your eyes on our socials. And
Yeah.
we want to offer workshops and classes as much as possible. So that'll be like the kickoff of like, hopefully, just continuing to do that quarterly or even more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's really awesome. For both of you, as we're starting to slowly wind down this episode of Talk of the Town, if there's folks out there that are thinking, you know, I've often wanted to do theater, I wanted to do a little bit of this, what advice would you give them? And I'll start, Katie, with you, and then we'll talk to Trace about it. What advice, and because they may even want to be a part of a Shelby Theater Company
Yeah,
show one day, what's some advice you would give
For
them?
someone who's never
Never done
theater,
it before, yeah.
I'd say just get your butt in there and try it.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe they're a little intimidated, but they would like to
And
try
it can be,
Yeah.
it can be, but I like to think that Shelby Theater Company is super welcoming. We're all inclusive. If you're nervous about it, if you just show up, we will make you comfortable and also put you to work. So
Yeah. There's always a job.
yeah, we got something for you. But if you've never done it, just try it, right?
Yeah, Tracy, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, if you do it, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. And like
Yeah.
Katie said, there's always a job for anybody, whether that be, you know, the main lead, you don't stop talking on stage, you don't get off stage, or that's like selling tickets. You know, maybe you're ushering people to their seat. There's always something to make the production better, and that starts with you.
Yeah,
Well
yeah,
said,
I
well
absolutely,
said.
yeah, absolutely agree. All right, guys, let's talk about it again as we kind of wind down. Casanova Christmas, Uptown Indigo, Saturday, December 20th. Katie, you mentioned doors were going to open
Doors
around
open at 6.
o'clock.
Mhm.
It's
Show
good.
about 7.
7, you go to the ballroom, get you a beverage, get ready for a fun night.
Exactly. Good
Yeah.
date night, yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely a great date night and a great Christmas gift, or maybe
Nice.
take a date too.
Well,
If
Yeah.
if your family's in town, that's going to be a great show for them as
Oh, yeah,
well. If you got a
uh-huh.
brother or sister
need
coming
something
back.
to do, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's absolutely. Well, I'm excited about it. It's going to be a great event, and I just appreciate you guys and Shelby Theater Company. Trace, you coming here, and I know it's going to be a wonderful event. Happy holidays to
Happy
both of you,
holidays.
and it's going to be a fun night.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks for your time and being on
Thank you,
Talk of
guys.
the Town.
Tim, we appreciate you.
Great to have you. We'll have you back in 2026,
Yeah, you will.
which is right around the corner. And you
It
too,
is.
Trace.
Great, I'll be
He'll
here.
be around.
All right. Hey, if you've got story ideas as we wind down 2025 into 2026, you see them on your screen. Just email us, info@c19.tv. I've been Tim Foster, your host, and we'll see you again next week for more Talk of the Town.